EA Sports coverage of the NFL playoffs brings us to the desert Southwest, Glendale, Arizona, and State Farm Stadium. Coming up, an important divisional round matchup in the NFC between the Chicago Bears and the Arizona Cardinals. The first of 4 berths in the conference championships on the line here as divisional weekend in the NFL is underway. Hester to return from his end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. EA Sports coverage of the NFL playoffs brings us to the desert Southwest, Glendale, Arizona, and State Farm Stadium. Coming up, an important divisional round matchup in the NFC between the Chicago Bears and the Arizona Cardinals. The first of 4 berths in the conference championships on the line here as divisional weekend in the NFL is underway. Hester to return from his end zone. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14.
For most people, the excitement of a kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shoulder into ball carrier, and down he goes.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And if there was a lane there, it closed up quickly as he stopped for no gain. Second down. The free safety roaming all the way up to the line of scrimmage to make that stop.
How about his ability to trust his eyes and figure out it was not a pass play and go fast towards the line of scrimmage in order to make that tackle.
To throw, Cutler. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's third down.
They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
Crowd getting in it a bit already. Here's an early 3rd and 10. Here's Cutler to throw. He's going to float this over the middle, deep. He's got a man, complete. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line. In today's NFL, we talk about quarterbacks and their speed and accuracy, but there's still something about a guy slinging one downfield.
Well, one way or the other, you knew they'd have to push the ball downfield on 3rd and long, but I'm not sure the defense was expecting to push it that far downfield. Their math didn't add up, but it certainly did for the offense.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. They'll try the right side here with Peyton. And power running here down to the 6-yard line. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
Here's Peyton up the middle. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
When people talk about plays being blown up, that's exactly what they're talking about. That's Exhibit A for physical play.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. On 3rd down, Cutler eluding the pressure right. And here he'll get it down to the 7. He opted to go with a scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th. Now Lutz for the field goal try. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. The kick by Lutz is good. Not a touchdown, obviously, but playoffs, you're on the road. At least you put something on the board.
I would agree with that totally. You're not exactly sending a message to the opposition, but you are letting them know that you came to play.
And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Being chased out left. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. This drive starting off on the right foot. 18 yards.
Well, Charles, did it seem like to you that maybe they were a little worried about his running prowess there? Because everybody kind of froze when he got outside the pocket, and they were...
Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. Roquan Smith gets him for a loss of 10 yards from his linebacker spot.
But you know it's never easy to get Kyler Murray down to the ground, and to do it with a sack on their first drive, what a great tone setter defensively.
Oh, and no one's celebrating more than the defensive coordinator, because that's all he's preached all week long. Keep him hemmed in. Don't let him get into the open field and create big plays with his feet. To get him down in the pocket early, that's got to feel great for them.
Under pressure, they got him again. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's 3rd down.
They'll make that a 2nd sack here on their first drive out defensively, and not to get ahead of ourselves, but they're on pace for double-digit sacks at this point.
Well, they're going to have to find a way to tamp that down, aren't they? So if you're the play caller, you're telling your quarterback maybe some screens, maybe some draws, hard count, use your voice inflection a little bit, anything to try and slow that pressure down.
Murray and company going for it on 4th. That's to his running back, complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Not often do 4th down conversions result in 23 yards, but that's the case here. 1st down. Well, that's some kind of effort. When he caught it, I doubted if he could get there. Knew it was going to be close, but credit him. Really good effort.
How about the rack on that play, the run after catch? But most of the time we think of it as just being an open field and picking up yardage. Sometimes you have to be real physical in order to gain the yardage you need for a 1st down. That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
On 2nd and 9, Murray caught on the left side. Fitzgerald. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. A well-executed 22-yard gain. Here's Murray, a quick throw complete. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cardinals. Max Williams from 4 yards out. And the Cardinals have answered that early field goal to take a first-quarter lead. Extra point good by Prater. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. Hester to return from his end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Throwing here, Cutler. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. Now Cutler on first down. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. To the left side and caught by Hester. And he'll be dropped just shy of the 35 at the 34. A pickup of 17 on a play that originated at the 17. So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 34. He'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled them up throughout the game, because that was his longest run of this contest.
On the run, it's Peyton.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. On 3rd down, here's Peyton. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. They throw it out right complete, and they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. Wow, 1st and goal, and defensively all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well. Now they'll put a receiver in motion left. Peyton going to be stopped before he can get moving forward as he'll lose a couple back to the 5-yard line. On the give, here comes Peyton. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. A big one coming in this divisional round playoff, 3rd and goal. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. 10, 5, and they will score. It's a pick 6 for the Cardinals touchdown. And we'll see if that pick 6 looms large as this game continues, because we've seen plays like that alter a lot of playoff contests over the years.
I would agree with that totally. And you often think to yourself, why do they alter it so much? Because after games, don't we hear coaches and players say, well, one play doesn't usually determine the outcome. But I don't think that's really true, do you? Because there's times when we see plays like that, and all of a sudden the momentum jumps to that team side, it deflates the other side, and they never pick it back up. And then things really go from there, don't they?
That's the thing for me. We talk about momentum changes. A play like that is the ultimate momentum change.
Anytime you feel the kickoff inside your own end zone, you've got to be decisive about whether you're bringing it out or not. Sometimes that indecision can really cost you. That may have been what happened on that play.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They trail early on the road in the playoffs. Not a great combination as they've got it 1st and 10. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Play action. It's Cutler. Trying to get it to Jackson, and it's intercepted. And the Cardinals are going to take possession of the football. And that now 2 interceptions thrown in the 2nd quarter.
And you know, a lot of people look at these guys and they think to themselves that maybe, possibly, they're still thinking about the first one. And they probably are. I think in this case, he's just trying to atone for the first interception. Tried a little bit too hard, maybe forced it a bit, and instead created a second one.
So the completion good for 7 there. And it's 2nd down. Second quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend. Second down and 3. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. Sliding out of the pocket. And the ball is knocked out. And I think the Bears have recovered. They have.
Hey, whatever happened to the days of just getting a fumble recovery? Everyone's into taking it the other way and trying to create points themselves, aren't they?
Well, they are, and now a terrific opportunity inside the 5. Quite a turn of events. This is 1st and goal from the 3. They'll try to run this one in. And they'll get him down just shy of the goal line at about the 1. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now.
Definitely an important sequence here for this defense. They've had their share of struggles in this first half. They just cannot afford to give up another touchdown here.
2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. They'll try to run it. This is Connor. And he is not going to get in as the big bodies stop him at the 1. Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Well, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. They'll run here on 3rd and goal, and he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. Taking it in from a yard out. And the Cardinals continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead. For the extra point, and the lead is up to 18 now. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. Hester to return from his end zone. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here.
After return to midfield, I just wish we could open up the heads of the offensive and defensive coordinators, because right now the wheels have to be spinning because things just changed. Offensive playbook just opens up, and now on defense, do you play aggressively or do you lay back a little bit to try and calm things down?
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Now a handoff inside. It's Peyton. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. Now Cutler to throw on 2nd down. Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
I think someone's going to get into QB1-0 when it gets to the sideline. Already thrown an interception. That one should have been picked. Look, let's just be honest about it. That'd be the second person in his ear because he's hearing it in the huddle right now.
Not the start to the game he wanted. Like you said, the pick on the opening drive, second drive, not much better. Now Cutler looking to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
He certainly had a good game throwing the ball so far, but I think he was trying to take that from good to great with that throw, trying to get one downfield.
They'll try and throw for it with Cutler. A desperation heave for the end zone. And this one is incomplete. The Bears tried it on 4th down, unable to convert. And this defense will take over right near midfield at the 49-yard line. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And with good starting field position and 3 timeouts as well in their pocket, no reason not to try and put a late scoring drive together. Now the Bears will use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1.
No question that was needed by the defense because they're already trailing by a couple of scores. They had to get off the field without allowing another one. That sack on the first play, that may have derailed this drive.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. They go quickly here out to Moore. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
We didn't need to ask around the league, but we got to confirm this guy's a good player. They've got to find a way to get him more involved, call a few more plays that target him.
Absolutely, because here we are toward the end of the first half, and that's the first target, not just the first catch, first target.
We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line, 12 yards needed to gain a 1st down.
Snap comes to Murray at 1. That's caught inside the 20.
And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
So we've come upon halftime here in this NFC Divisional Round matchup. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. A trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway. And this will not be returned, so the second half begins with a touchback. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And they're in the position they expected to be in. They've got the lead, home crowd behind them, and they're looking toward making that next step in these playoffs.
And I think a key for them is to put together some good, long, extended drives. Work the run a little more with that big offensive line. I'm not saying get away from throwing the football. That's still working, but they run it more effectively. They may get even bigger plays in the passing game.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Murray going to throw. And it's complete right back in the hands of Smith. And he'll be brought down at the 27. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
That'll go for a gain of 7, and that's going to bring up 2nd down. Murray to air it out again. And this one complete to Smith. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because there should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
Touchdown, Cardinals. A 16-yard touchdown. And the Cardinals take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point good by Prater. And they open the lead up now to 25. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick.
Hester to return from his end zone.
And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
They go play action now. Cutler. He's going to float this one deep right side. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now Cutler. He'll drop this off to Payton. And he goes down at the 26. A pickup of 13, and that last play began at the 13. 1st down. Throwing now. Cutler on 1st down.
Throw downfield going to be taken in by Jackson.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Play action. Cutler.
It's Jackson again on the reception.
And the tackle going to be made at the 38. On second down, Cutler throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 25-yard line.
First down, Chicago.
And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
Now a give, it's Peyton. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. 8th play of the drive forthcoming, and they need 8 yards on third down. To throw, Cutler. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. And the Cards are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line. Well, to be blunt, not a whole lot has gone right for this defense in this ball game, but that's something right there. Still in the third quarter. It would take something around miracle territory for a comeback, but maybe that's a start, Charles.
It certainly is, and they're definitely showing that there's some fight still left in them. Hasn't been a banner day, but they're trying their best to put that disappointment behind them and find ways to make plays.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Hands it off out of the gun. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. It's a gain of 3, and it'll be second down.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
A hole to dig out of here. 2nd and 17. Murray now. Oh, wide open, complete. Touchdown, Cardinals.
Selma, man, another touchdown. They're looking like the #1 seed that they earned throughout the year. Looking pretty dominant right now.
We knew the road to the Super Bowl would run right through this stadium. Somebody's going to have to come in here and beat these guys. Good luck. I don't think it's happening this weekend.
No, definitely not this weekend. And for anyone else out there, bring your game.
Buyer beware. Hester to return from his end zone. And he's going to get this across the 20 as he's out of bounds at the 23. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here and maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that's caught inside the 35. And they'll work this down inside the 30. And that looked almost to be a case of, a quarterback saying, hey, I'm going to throw this as far as I can and hope you run under it. Mission accomplished.
And that's how you start a drive because you know they have this play in their back pocket, waiting for the right time to unleash it. And boy, did they pick the right opportunity. Unleashed it big time, and that was also a big-time throw.
They'll run now with Peyton. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Now Cutler in trouble. He lost the football. And the ball is going to wind up out of bounds, so they will lose yardage, but they'll keep the football. He's thankful right now for that sideline because it could have been a fumble loss, instead just a fumble, though they will have to punt it down.
You're right about that, but do you think there's ever been a player?
So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt. And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it, and that will knock this down to still a very large 29-point deficit. Following the made field goal, Lutz to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And it would appear that that first-round bye certainly helped. They've looked fresh from the start and no letdown here as they lead big in this divisional round, and they look to book a spot in the conference championship. But their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
The Cardinals on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Complete. Smith has it.
And not much happening there. He's taken down, but a late penalty flag in the backfield. Now, this looks like a roughing call.
Maybe a critical mistake at this juncture as now they've got a 1st and 10. Here's Murray. Again, he finds more. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 36-yard line.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he's got some space here. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Cardinals are moving closer to a date now in the NFC Championship game as they're able to extend this 4th quarter lead. Prater for the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
Hester to return from his end zone.
And this does not end well as he's going to be out of bounds here at his own 5-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Able to break the tackle and get some breathing room before being brought down just outside the 5. They go play action with Cutler. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back at the 2.
And a penalty accepted, and they move the ball forward.
Off the play fake, here's Cutler. He's going to look deep down the field. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
But with this advantage, this defense knew that passes were coming, and they stayed in position, Charles, and picked one off here in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, what a way to cap things off, huh? Because I think this is part of the game within the game. They see the scoreboard, they see what they can accomplish, and they went for it.
Staying on his feet. Murray fighting. Lost the football. And this is picked up by the Bears. The 40. 20. And they bring this one back. A fumble return for a Bears touchdown. And at this point, after that return for a touchdown, I guess the only thing is you're asking what else could go wrong.
Not only that, I think that between the two of us, we thought this was over before. I believe now it's really over.
Lutt's good on the extra point as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable fourth quarter lead. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. They find some open field here. Finding space at the 40. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. A big play there on the catch and run. And it's going to yield a new set of downs. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he's got it across midfield and into Bear territory. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Murray to throw on 3rd and 1. This is Smith with a grab. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears 14. That's good for 28 yards.
Partner, I have to tell you, just one word keeps coming to mind from watching them this afternoon, and that's impressive. They have been impressive from the opening kickoff, and they haven't let up here even into the fourth quarter.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. Caught on the left side, Fitzgerald. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Extra point good by Prater. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. And after the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. Hester to return from his end zone. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Their hopes of advancing past this divisional round hanging by a thread, if that, as they begin here with a 1st and 10 on the wrong side of the scoreboard. Out of the gun, it's Cutler. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score. From the gun, it's Cutler. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Here we go. It's Cutler on 4th down. He's going to let it fly. And my goodness, another interception. Buda Baker with a pick. Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road and help seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead, positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Murray going to try to throw on 3rd down. He's got Smith here. And some room to work. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Well, that's pretty impressive, Charles. It's one thing to be an elite speed wide receiver and have all that yards after the catch into the end zone, but from your tight end?
Yeah, you don't get that very often. What you're describing is more like a Tyreek Hill, a Devontae Adams, and Antonio Brown. You're not talking about a guy that lines up or can line up in line and look like an extra tackle on running plays. He took that bad boy downfield just like he was a scat back.
Before the game, he told me, I'm going to have a zinger or 2 today. And I thought, a zinger or 2? I guess that's a zinger, right?
That's a zinger.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's...
And now here's another interception. Uses the stiff arm. He does it one more time. And the Cardinals come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. And the Cardinals season will continue as we say thanks for watching and so long.